Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over the herbs that I'll be planting this year. After watching a couple of my previous videos, I realized that I sound like a robot a lot of times. It's not how I really sound, so I'm going to try to be more natural. I'm going to try to be more like a normal person. So let's try that today. Okay. So now that we got that embarrassing fact out of the way, today I want to go over the herbs that we'll be growing this year in the garden. We're planning on doing where I had a little herb bed this past year. We're going to be doing something a little different and expanding our herb selection along with some medicinal and herbal flowers as well. So we're going to put those all in kind of one long section along the veggie garden on the north side of the large portion. I actually have a written, I'm gonna knock everything over. I actually have a written example. So this is our garden. So this is our garden that I've drawn out, very basic. The herbs are currently here in one of these beds, but we're going to be moving them along the north side of the garden, the veggie garden. This is our main garden where the vegetables are. So we're going to be planting them there instead of in a little bed, and we're going to be replacing, maybe not replacing, but kind of adjusting it. We're going to build 2 additional smaller beds, and it's going to have some root vegetables like carrots, and then we'll have a lettuce bed. And then we'll grow some greens like kale and Swiss chard. And then we may still have an herb bed there. But yes, I do want to mention that we're going to be expanding herbs along the north side of the garden. It's closest to the house, so I think that me using them in cooking, it's going to be really helpful having them that close to the house and in a bigger section. So we'll see how it goes. This is the same dill that we planted last year. It's mammoth dill. This did really well. I actually wish that I had planted more. I planted enough to where I could freeze it, use it in canning. I used it for our pickles that I made, the quick pickles. It was really great. So I wish that I grew more, so I'll be growing more this year. The next one is called, I don't know how to pronounce it, Caribe or Caribe cilantro. It says that it's bolt tolerant, vigorous variety, makes for dense bunches of aromatic dark green leaves with thin stems. I heard that this grows really well in our area because it is slow to bolt. The cilantro that I planted last year, I got 0 out of. Yeah, I actually got 2 packs of that, and that's from High Mowing. I probably should have only bought 1 of those, but bought 2. This is the same oregano that we purchased and grew last year. It's the Vulgare oregano. It's done really well. It's actually still growing out there. We just got about 6.5 inches of snow, so I don't know how it's doing after that. But it's lasted through all these harsh frosts that we've already had, and I'm pretty impressed. It's been good oregano. I've dehydrated some, and I've used it for pizzas and cooking, and it's been really good. I really liked it. This is the large leaf Italian basil that we grew last year. It also did really well. I was able to save seeds from that. So we'll be planting some more of that this year. Oh, I do want to mention with the large leaf Italian, it made excellent basil tea. That's something that I learned about this year. And I'm excited to have that again because it's so delicious and so refreshing. I miss that about spring and summer. This is the common sage we grew and had last year. It's also still out there growing. Again, I haven't been out there to check it since we've gotten all that snow, but if I had to bet, I'd say it's doing okay. It's probably a little frostbitten, but probably doing fine. And another one that's hanging on here in the winter months and all the snow. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. There's cars out there driving on the ice and I keep looking. This one is English Thyme. Still out there growing. I've just been pinching that off and using it as I go, like when I'm cooking. But other than that, it smells great. I like to pinch off some while I'm out there and just smell it. Wild bergamot or bee balm. That's one that I'm really excited and I hope it comes back this spring because I want to see it flower. It did not have a chance to flower this year. I think it's biannual, if I'm not mistaken, but it will bloom this year if it comes back, hopefully. All right, lemon balm is another herb that we grew this past year. It was late to come up. I put it in the same pot as our mint plant in front of the deck, and it came up later than the mint. The mint was already established, so that's probably why. But lemon balm, it was excellent with the basil tea. I mixed it in. I think I had maybe 1 cup of it. But it was delicious with the basil tea, adding the lemon balm in there. Alright, so here it comes into the category of like herbal flowers, medicinal flowers. I have eczema. I don't know if you can see, but like right here, there's a patch of eczema, and I have just, sometimes I'll have patches pop up. So I wanted to try growing calendula flower. It's medicinally known to help with eczema and dry skin if you make it into a salve. So this is the calendula that I got. It's from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. Their packaging is always really pretty. All right, and the next is going to be horehound. This is white horehound. Also got this from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. I'll be real honest, I don't know what horehound is. I think that it's medicinal. I had got a medicinal encyclopedia book for Christmas, and I plan to do some research and see what I can use it for, but for now it's going to go in the herb garden because I do know that it has some kind of use. Again, don't know what it's for, but I know that it's useful. All right, for the next one, I have lemon basil. I got this for the sole purpose of making basil tea because I enjoyed it so much last summer, spring and summer. I think that adding the lemon to the basil is going to be really delicious. And in the same thought of tea and basil tea, holy basil. This is something that I did not have last year. I plan on growing a lot of this, and I'm excited to finally get it because last year when I was shopping for seeds, it was always out of stock. So I'm happy that I got that this year. And this is cumin. We use a lot of cumin in the kitchen when I cook. So I think that trying to grow that and preserve it and save it to use it is going to be really helpful. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if it grows well in my region, but we're definitely going to try. And the last two, one I have in another box somewhere, but it's chamomile. I really enjoy chamomile tea, so I'm going to grow that and try to make my own. It's pretty common, so nothing too exciting about it, but I'm excited to grow it and hopefully save it for tea. The very last one is ashwagandha. again, I know it's medicinal. I know it belongs in the herb garden and that you should have it if you're trying to build an herbal apothecary. I will be doing some research on it to see how I can best use it in the garden and in the home. So if you know about horehound or ashwagandha and you want to tell me how you use it, I would really appreciate it. But for now, those are the herbs that we'll be planting this year. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or any information that you want to give me, please do not hesitate to put it down below. I love talking with you guys. I love hearing your side of like what you do and what I could do different or better, or what I could use things for. It's really exciting to get comments from you guys, so please do that. Alright, that is all that I have for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you got some ideas about maybe what to implement in your herb garden. Again, I don't know what's going to grow well and what's not, but I hope that our new area for herbs alongside our veggie garden is going to be a good spot for all these guys. And we'll take you along throughout the season to see how well they're doing and what we use them for. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. We will see you next time. Bye.